Talk about politics. Joe Biden securing a much-needed victory in South Carolina on Saturday. But is this win enough to overcome his missteps on the campaign trail? Like this.
8 more years of Donald Trump will change America in a fundamental way. If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight. I came back from South Africa trying to see Nelson Mandela and getting arrested for trying to see him on Robben Island. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. I'm looking forward to appointing the first African-American woman to the United States Senate.
All right, Chuck, thank you very much.
All right, it's Chris, but anyway.
Chris.
And then he went on to say, I can't believe you guys do this so early in the morning.
Here to react is so the president and executive vice president of Trump Organization, Eric Trump. Hey, Eric.
Joe 30330, right? But I just said it a lot better than he did. It's kind of amazing.
Biden did really well in South Carolina. Pete Buttigieg dropped out yesterday. What do you think?
By the way, whose soul did he sell to do that, right? I mean, the fact that Pete Buttigieg goes on for a year, and I know how hard these campaigns are, right? We're all part of a campaign apparatus. He campaigns for a year to 36 hours before Super Tuesday, drop out of the race. What was he promised by the DNC? What was he promised by Joe Biden? I mean, listen, if you're going to drop out, why not just wait that last 36 hours, see how you do in 10 different states? He was promised something. I mean, literally somebody...
You're saying somebody called him up and said, look, for the good of the party, you've got to drop out now.
This proves my father's entire thesis, which is they are against Bernie Sanders, right? They know Mayor Pete will contribute some votes to Joe Biden. Somebody obviously got in his ear and said, you know what, Mayor Pete? Drop out right now. Why, if you work that hard for a year, why wouldn't you just let it ride?
Exactly.
For 36 more hours. I don't care.
Nothing happened in South Carolina different than the polls.
He
knew he was going to be in single digits.
Of course. And, you know, some of the states, quite frankly, some of the states on Super Tuesday, he was in fourth. He was, you know, I mean, he wasn't doing well, but he wasn't doing poorly compared to some of the candidates on that stage. So he sold his soul for the Democratic Party to help Joe Biden, which is exactly my father's narrative, which they will do anything. I won't use the word. They will do anything to hurt Bernie Sanders.
Well, you know who did not help Joe Biden was Nancy Pelosi and, you know, the people in the House and the Senate regarding impeachment, because as they pushed the Trump narrative regarding impeachment, ultimately, every time they would bring that up, then Hunter Biden, Burisma, all that stuff came up to you know, essentially ding Joe Biden.
At the same time, Nancy Pelosi was keeping all, you know, the Democratic Party was keeping all the senators in Washington, D.C., trying to give Biden a leg up in Iowa and other states, right? I mean, they were all working on this nonsense impeachment sham. They've tried to hurt Bernie the entire time. I mean, they have tried to hurt him the entire time. And it's going to be interesting. I mean, would you rather run against Bernie, a socialist, a whack job who wants 85% taxes, right? I mean, a guy who took his honeymoon to the USSR, the person who said that Venezuela should be the model society for America to run on.
Castro's great at education.
Or would you rather run against the guy that you just showed 2 seconds ago, right, who said his son was Attorney General of the United States, who said that he was running for Senate? I mean, my father will destroy that guy in the debate station.
He actually called out your dad yesterday. He says, I can't wait to get on the stage with him.
And Bloomberg's fading. I mean, he had the worst debate performance in the history of the world. Tom Steyer, he spent $250 million. He had 1%, right, which actually shows how tough this entire thing is. It's really... This is becoming exciting, guys. I'm excited. We have a massive rally tonight in North Carolina and Charlotte, and so we're all going down for that. And this is becoming exciting.
And you have a new campaign site. It's called armyfortrump.com.
Yeah, Army for Trump. So we're going to have 2 million volunteers across this nation. You can go there to make phone calls for the campaign. You can go there to knock doors for the campaign. You can go there to bundle and raise money for the campaign and so many other things. So sign up on Army for Trump. But it's a great website, and the movement's never been stronger than it is right now.
Well, I mean, right now people are sleeping out overnight in North Carolina, where your dad's going to be making an appearance on Thursday. He's going to be doing a town hall in Scranton, Pennsylvania. So at the same time, Mike Bloomberg goes and does his town hall tonight. Out of who's left in the race, who worries you the most?
Well, you know, it's interesting. You see Biden, who's one of the front runners now. He goes out, he has 10 people show up for his rallies. He's reading off a teleprompter to 10 people. There's no enthusiasm there, right? You see Mini Mike has zero enthusiasm too, right? I mean, he did an ad the other day. You want to fall asleep in the middle of the thing, talking about this coronavirus thing. You know, I mean, the only person who has any enthusiasm is actually Bernie, and they're doing everything they can to try and steal it from the guy.
So he worries you the most?
I don't think he worries me because his policies are listen, we're not ready to become a communist nation. That much I can tell you about America, right? I've spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania and Michigan, Wisconsin, all these places, like they're not aligned with those views. So no, he doesn't worry me at all. And quite frankly, Biden doesn't worry me. I actually feel really good about where we are right now because I think my father will beat any of these people.
So what's your prediction for Super Tuesday?
I think Bernie does really well. I think Bernie does really well, and I think they try and steal it from a convention. Right now, I mean, if you look at the states, he's winning California, he's winning Texas, right? I mean, you go through, he's obviously going to win, Vermont. He's winning many of the states. I think the only state that actually Biden's doing well in right now is North Carolina.
So the vice president was asked yesterday by Chuck Todd, give me names of people that you claim are politicizing the coronavirus.
How about every single Democrat? Every single Democrat. Honestly, they know they can't stop my father. They've been hoping and wishing for something bad the entire time. I mean, they were trying to impeach the guy off of hoax, right? I mean, they've tried to destroy so many people's lives to try and get to my father, to try and take him down because they know they can't beat him at the ballot box. They're going to use the coronavirus for the same thing, and truthfully, it's sick. I mean, it truly is very, very sick.
All right. And the Gallup poll just came out. 77% of the American public says that they're convinced the U.S. government can handle this.
They can. My father will. He was born for these types of moments, and he's doing a phenomenal job. They've assembled the best experts from all over the world, and he's doing a great job.
Eric, you're going to want to hear this next story. We're just getting some breaking news.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Eric.
you.